I feel compares not to the gain of your promises. Father, here I am before you.
Dear brothers and sisters, I greet you in the beautiful name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today I share with you a poem, and I dedicate this poem to those who are truly seeking their way back to authentic faith in Jesus Christ. Christ in this poem. May the Lord quench your thirst with His living water. Even if this shocks a few people, I only speak out what many think in silence. Since I'm not the possession of any denomination, I can afford to speak up. Churches have torn apart the people of God, and shepherds have deserted their sheep when the wolf came. In some cases, the wolf disguised as lamb is the shepherd. I say this with a truly heavy heart, beloved brothers and sisters. But Jesus Christ, the good and true shepherd, is coming soon for His sheep. Please note that church in this poem means denomination or church building. And here is my poem. Church and Christ, keep your eyes on Him. Christ saved me, and my life was transformed. Right on my knees and in my heart, He led me into a close relationship with Him. I could hear His voice, and He guided me through His word so I could know Him better. His divine power gave me everything I needed for a godly life through my knowledge of Him who called me by His own glory and goodness. I met with friends who shared my faith, and they always talked about the excitement of their church. They talked as if I could not relate to Christ unless I went to church. I read about church in the book of Acts and other epistles. Indeed, church will help me abound in faith and works. How I long to know Him more. I love Christ and I want to know Him more. So I followed my friends and we went to church. Everything was so beautiful and church looked just like Christ. I thought Christ was church and church was Christ. I began an intimate relationship with church. I trusted church and I gave my life to church. I obeyed church. I moved along with church like in a passionate waltz. I followed graciously, spinning around with church and moving away slowly to the unknown. The music was sweet, and the lyrics in my ears were a pleasant harmony. I surrendered fully to church. I enjoyed hearing about good life, about being blessed and never poor. I heard there will never be any suffering so long as I remained with church. I didn't have to pay to be lectured about self-help and motivational talk. I didn't have to read my Bible. Church was reading it for me and interpreting it so nicely. Even though at times I felt it didn't sound quite the same as when I allowed Christ to whisper it to me through His word on my knees and in the secrets of my heart. Whatever, Christ is church and church is Christ. I kept dancing and enjoying every move. I didn't need to think about home, children, calling, or anything. Church was there to sort it all out. Church is Christ, and Christ is church. When church got the best of me and I became drunk with its melody, church suggested we move to another dancing floor to compete. We became masters of our dance moves. We moved away and quickly learned the moves and beats of the world and began competing with it. We moved at will, swinging between the world and our walls. Whatever. Christ is church, and church is Christ. At one point, I stopped looking at church and noticed Christ standing miles away. He beckoned me to come back. I recognized him, Jesus Christ, the one who saved and transformed me. My eyes rolled from Christ to church and church to Christ. He looked so different from church, so radiant, so holy. I looked at myself in the light of his glory, and my garment was all soiled. My vision was blurred, and I felt dizzy. I had spent for so long a time with church. I wanted to detach, but was so afraid I would fall and hurt. But Christ drew near and rescued me. I felt safe, stable, and loved. I am overwhelmed with joy in the Lord my God, for he has dressed me with the clothing of salvation and draped me in a robe of righteousness. I am like a bridegroom in his wedding suit, or a bride with her jewels. Christ is not church, and church is not Christ. Thank you for listening. May the Good Shepherd take care of you. Amen.